This is Sean Crow. You're watching WGS-TV.
Hello everyone, welcome to another installment of WGS-TV right here on YouTube.com/WrestleGamer and FXTV. I'm the WrestleGamer, Dolph Bujo. This is going to be the Monday Night Raw review for the week of November 17th, 2014. Let me introduce the panel for this week's Monday Night Raw review. First off, ladies and gentlemen, from YouTube.com/LanceMossTV, he is the incomparable Lance Moss. Lance, how you doing?
Cold and on his grumpy cat.
Yeah, some guest star, huh? And ladies and gentlemen, from of course from the Big Easy, James is here. James, how you doing?
Quick question: who is better as AJ, AJ or Brie Bella?
AJ.
I don't know. It goes hand in hand. If you kind of know what I'm saying. But anyway, guys, let's go ahead and start off with the opening of Monday Night Raw, which was a segment with Team Authority. Apparently now it's official. Luke Harper is now a part of Team Authority, so now it is Seth Rollins, Mark Henry, Kane, Rusev, and Luke Harper, which is quite a team if you think about it.
Remember, Luke Harper is now a team player.
Yeah, he even restated that during the promo to open up Monday Night Raw. But then Triple H would also go to say that this is also going to be a decimation of Team Cena. Then asked Ryback to come out to kind of respond to what happened last week, and Ryback said he was only on one team, that was Team Ryback, which is basically the same thing he said on Monday Night Raw. Nothing really different there, but he makes a match then now with Ziggler and Luke Harper, and in between the commercial breaks, he makes it for the Intercontinental Championship. And you know, if we didn't see them if it wasn't going to be so blatantly obvious that they were going to do that with Seth Rollins earlier a couple of weeks ago, Lance, they really made it blatantly obvious they were going to put the title on Luke Harper last night with what they did.
Yeah, I mean, did I think the new Stooges had to really get involved? Not really, because it would have looked better. Because it would have looked better either way if they would have just won. Let the Stooges beat the crap out of Ziggler, then put the belt on like right after that, or like a heel win, not a heel beginning and a clean win.
Yeah, you do bring up an interesting point, but that's the way it kind of went, guys. As Luke Harper hit the spinning clothesline on Ziggler to win the Intercontinental Championship, and of course after the match was hit off. So that's kind of how they opened up Raw this week. And speaking of Grumpy Cat, I gotta say, Miz and Mizdow, especially Mizdow, I don't understand Grumpy Cat, other than the frown. Yeah, but I still don't understand the appeal of it. I just don't. Maybe it's just me that doesn't get it, but I just don't understand what people are gravitated towards this internet sensation for, or they call it an internet sensation. But I would just call it a cat with a frowny face. James?
I'm gonna tell you this. That's what everybody here, you, Lance, and myself, kind of don't get.
Yeah. Yeah, it's really kind of pointless. But anyway, following that, we would have Adam Rose and Tyson Kidd, which is almost kind of a carbon copy of what happened last week. The bunny would kind of cause a distraction, and unintentionally, the bunny was kind of flirting with Natalya in his own way. Adam Rose got distracted, and once again, Tyson Kidd put the sharpshooter on Rose and forces him to tap out. And then usually we would see Adam Rose take his frustration out on the bunny. The bunny, however, saw it coming. The clothesline, grabbed a reverse waist lock on him, and then I'm just gonna started bunny humping Adam Rose. Yeah, Lance, that is something we can never unsee.
I'm pretty sure that wasn't PG.
Yeah, and I do remember you on Facebook asking me, with me being a commentator, there would be a name for that, and the only thing I could think of is what is one thing that bunnies and rabbits like to do? Multiply. So call it the multiplier. That's all I can say. But again, it's just something that's burned into your retinas, and not even therapy and medication can actually get that out of your head.
Therapy nor liquor.
Bray Wyatt would go on to start addressing Dean Ambrose in the ring, said he came there in peace, he wants to heal him, and so on and so forth. And then Dean Ambrose would appear and kind of play a little prank on Wyatt at first, showed him his little magic, like the magic of video recording. I recorded this on a guy's cell phone. First off, if you record that on a guy's cell phone, that's going to be a hell of a cell phone to have that kind of picture on quality and resolution, to be honest. A lot better than this. I'm pretty sure a lot better than a Samsung Galaxy, whatever, or even an iPhone 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 100, whatever. But anyway, it's just basically Dean Ambrose getting the jump on Bray Wyatt. Bray Wyatt with a look of, I don't know what that is on his face. I can't say anything about that. But yeah, it's gonna be really interesting to see what they do at Survivor Series, to say the least. To really say the least, what they're gonna do. Following that. And James, Cesaro and Ryback, I gotta say, was a lot better than I thought it was going to be. I thought it was a really good, entertaining match between those two.
Well, me, Ash, Lance, and Rick was on a call, and I said, "Oh, this is a jobber match. Cesaro's got a job." I mean, and it kind of exceeded my expectation. I thought it was just going to be a quick, Cesaro's got a job, but as you said, this was a great, entertaining match, and I'm gonna say it now. This is match of the night for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's hard to beat out what they did on the rest of the card, but let's go on and look at that. Rusev and Heath Slater. Heath Slater dressed like he was the Statue of Liberty's pimp, But anyway. I mean, that's what he looked like.
Have mercy. This is a PG show, man.
That gives a new meaning to...
Hey. Monday Night Raw is a PG show. This can go either way.
This gives new meaning to the phrase, I want you, doesn't it?
Yeah, kind of. It kind of does. It kind of does. But, anyway, we kind of figured Slater was going to jump out to Rusev, which is what he did. I will say this, though, the promo they had, and Lana kind of teasing everybody with a topless photo of, let's just say we've kind of seen some pictures of Lana in that kind of aspect, and let's just say, when she calls herself ravishing, she ain't kidding, buddy. I'll tell you that right now. And that gets a big thumbs up from me, if you know what I mean. I can't believe I just said that. Up next, Big Show was out there getting ready for what looked like it was going to be a match, and Stephanie McMahon would come out to kind of start persuading Big Show to leave Team Cena, and saying that he would be the next, because Ric Flair was the first active member of the roster to be inducted into the Hall of Fame, and then they wanted Big Show to kind of be the second one to be inducted into the Hall of Fame, on an active roster. And then out came Sheamus. Sheamus would kind of stick up for Big Show and Team Cena. Stephanie McMahon would go on to make a match between the two. And then Lance, the predictability factor was just through the roof. Kind of saw it coming that Rusev and Mark Henry would come out and attack them. I mean, it was just so blatantly obvious. They could have just written it down and saying, you two are going to have a match, and then Mark Henry and Rusev will come out and attack you.
Yeah. Honestly, with this whole Team Cena, Team Authority storyline, the predictability is out the friggin' roof. It's like, and honestly, that takes a little bit of it out. Takes a little bit out of it for me.
For me, for you, for pretty much anybody who's been following the wrestling industry for as long as we have. But yeah, that's kind of much how they ended it. And then up next, one of the things James kind of addressed on is Brie Bella was out there dressed in AJ attire, and all I'm going to say is Brie Bella and Daisy Duke shorts, I approve. And And it was an exhibition match with Sister Nikki. Was basically a dig on AJ. AJ Lee, the real one, would come out on commentary. At one point, AJ distracts Nikki, allowing Bray to roll her up. Bray gets the win in the exhibition match. Nikki starts attacking her. Then AJ would attack her with the Shining Wizard, and then as Brie Bella was doing the Yes celebration, AJ put her down with a DDT. Yeah. James, thoughts since you are the Divas correspondent?
Well, the thing is that this now adds to our confusion on, and it's gonna be hard to pick who's gonna win. Let's remove all the rumors of AJ Lee. This one brings up to the point: who is gonna come up on top? Because remember, you have AJ and Nikki, with Brie as the middle person. Now she is basically Nikki's assistant, which Nikki most likely might have her help out with the title.
Here's the thing, though. Here's the thing to think about. Wouldn't the 30-day thing run out at Survivor Series?
Yeah. Hey, I mean, but then remember, if you add the rumor, it brings up to the question: is it true? Is it not? That's your main thing you have to bring up.
Yeah, that is a thing to think about. But it's gonna be interesting to see how they play that out at Survivor Series this weekend. Following that, we also get the announcement that at Survivor Series it's going to be a fatal 4-way for the tag team titles. Golden Stardust to defend against Miz and Mizdow, the Usos, Los Matadores. Interesting 8-man tag. I'll credit them on that. It came down to Stardust hitting the Dark Matter on one of the Usos. Kind of hard to tell who it was, but they pick up the win. But again, hats off to Miz and Mizdow, especially Mizdow. I mean, like I said, he's going beyond the call of duty for his gimmick and whatnot, for being the quote stunt double. And WWE even has a shirt now for Mizdow, something along the lines of a stunt double or something like that. It might be interesting, to pick up, but. Anyway, with the rest of Team Cena being decimated by Team Authority, it kind of left John Cena by himself to go out there for the contract signing. And I'll give him this. I thought the promo he did was really good, for heading into the pay-per-view. John Cena, and it's one thing a lot of people discredit John Cena for, is his mic ability. And John Cena has got good mic ability, and he proved that. During this promo, the way he can just carry on a promo, and he did it really, really well, despite what some of the haters might say. Oh, it's still the same thing, but John Cena can do it, whether you people want to agree to it or not. He can still do it. It was a very interesting promo, which ended with John Cena being slapped by Stephanie McMahon, and then it was like go time. First off, it was 5-on-1. Then Dolph Ziggler came out. And then what really, really shocked me, Big Show was out there, was the appearance of Eric Rowan. Apparently, Eric Rowan is now a part of Team Cena.
Who's confused? Say I.
Now, we all kind of half expected to see Ryback join Team Cena, which he did during the Melee, but the placement of Eric Rowan, I'm still stunned by it, because it kind of brings up several questions. What happened to Sheamus? Did something happen to Sheamus to get him pulled?
I have to answer
that.
Go ahead. WWE.com has reported he has suffered an injury, and basically the injury took him out of Survivor Series.
Oh, okay. All right, now that starts to make a little bit more sense. But
they don't know what injury it is, but yeah.
They don't?
No. Nope.
Yeah, but now it kind of makes a little bit more sense. But no, think about it. Luke Harper on one team, Eric Rowan on another team. It kind of gives it a feeling that it might be a setup, it might be a swerve that Rowan might turn on Team Cena But he got a hell of a pop from the crowd when he came out and joined Team Cena, because I think probably the main reason for that, Lance, is nobody expected that to happen.
Yeah, I mean, let's face it, he was not getting pushed as a main event guy.
Or a face, for that matter.
It's this goofy, weird joker who wore masks and just pulled up and said weird stuff like, "I want cat." Ricky.
Yeah. That's pretty much. So, yeah, it was a very interesting go-home show, guys, to say the least. But anyway, it's now time to go into Facebook fan reviews. Whenever we cover a show on the Facebook page, facebook.com/WGS-TV, we always give you guys a chance to send in your reviews. So and we want to hear what you guys have to say. First off, the first one comes from our old friend Casey Cunningham. He says, "Raw was awesome. A lot of websites said WWE accidentally showed the teams, but I like the idea more of two former longtime partners going at it in the match. And if Ziggler can't win the title back, Eric Rowan will go after it." Interesting thought there, Casey. I predict Miz and Mizdow will win the tag gold in the Fatal 4-Way Tag Team match, and if rumors are true and AJ is leaving, it's going to suck. But I guess it will lead to a Bella feud when she leaves. I'm most interested in Bray Wyatt versus Dean Ambrose and seeing if Orton returns. Raw gets an 8. The pay-per-view on paper sounds great, hoping it delivers like Hell in a Cell. So Casey is very optimistic about that. But the other review this week, guys, comes from Quentin Version. He says, "Pretty cool. I was thinking maybe Morrison would finally come back. Overall, it was pretty good. Brie made a good AJ Lee. I gotta say, I kind of agree with that. 8-man tag team was great. Big Show getting offered as an inductee for the next Hall of Fame while still wrestling sounds like it could be a good idea since Big Show has been in the company, and sadly, nothing that exciting has happened in his career." I don't know if I agree with that. It's great to see Tyson Kidd back on TV. Tyson Kidd's been back on TV for quite some time. The triple threat match for the IC title. Okay, I think he's on the wrong. I think he's thinking about the wrong Monday Night Raw.
Yeah.
I think he's on last week's Monday Night Raw.
No. Triple threat was SmackDown.
Oh yeah. So okay, now I see the reference he's making. Now I can see the reference he's making. Speaking of the Intercontinental title, Harper winning it was another shocker, but it's good that we had that change. So, again, guys and gals, whenever we cover our shows on the Facebook page, you can always send in your reviews to facebook.com/WGS-TV, and we will read them out loud here on the review. So, speaking of that, it is now time to go into our overall scores and our picks for best and worst. Pardon me, best and worst match or segment of Monday Night Raw this week. The go-home show to Survivor Series, I gotta say, delivered on some good shockers and some good twists to the pay-per-view. I mean, first off, the inclusion of Eric Rowan on Team Cena again was a move that nobody saw coming. Nobody expected to see him on Team Cena. It was, like I said before, halfway expected to see Ryback join the team, but the bigger shocker, in my opinion, is Eric Rowan on the team. Now that Sheamus says, according to WWE.com, it suffered an injury. So, again, that's the full complement now. So now it's John Cena, Ziggler, Eric Rowan, Ryback, and Big Show versus Team Authority in the form of Seth Rollins, Mark Henry, Rusev, Luke Harper, and I think I'm skipping one. I'm trying to think.
Kane.
I think that's Kane. Yes, thank you. I do apologize about that. My mind is like, I just did a bunch of recordings for Resident Evil Revelations, so you have to bear with me, guys. Best match of the night, hands down, surprising, it's going to go to Ryback and Cesaro. It was indeed a lot better than what I thought it was. Even the fans out there were chanting, "This is awesome," and it exactly was that. It was a really well-worked match, and it made both guys, in my opinion, look really good and really strong. And I'm glad they went that route, because if they would have had just Cesaro go out there and job to Ryback, it would have made him look really. It wouldn't have made him look good. It would have made him look really weak and really bad. So I'm glad they actually made it a competitive match between the two, because in the end they both come out strong. in my opinion, because even in a losing effort, Cesaro still looked really good. In my opinion, worst segment of the night, anything to do with Grumpy Cat, because I have no idea what the hell that is and why that person should even be considered a guest star. People telling me, "Oh, Grumpy Cat's going to be in a movie with a person voicing him." Like, really? I mean, it still doesn't change the fact that I know nothing about Grumpy Cat. So why should I dignify it and any more than just saying, anything to do with Grumpy Cat on Monday Night Raw is worst segment of the night, because it made no sense whatsoever. The Divas match was more entertaining than Grumpy Cat. Let's put it at that, and let's put that in perspective for you guys. Overall, the go-home show on Monday Night Raw this week is going to get a 3.75 out of 5. Well, let's go to Lance next, get his overall score and his picks for best and worst match or segment of Monday Night Raw this week. Lance?
Well, I got a little critique afterward, but yeah. First, best match. This has an honorable mention with it. The best match was the Ryback Cesaro match. That was. The honorable mention was the IC title match. That was even though it was a predictable ending, that was a really freaking good match.
Yeah, it was.
Worst segment, again, I got to give it to you, Grumpy Cat. Anybody else knows the cat was falling asleep during it as well?
Yeah.
The cat was just like, I don't even want to be here. Worst match.
Oh, God, should be better next week.
Yeah. Get her done. Worst match says Heath Slater, you poor bastard. Yeah. And honestly, the little bit of critique I was going to say, this would have got a freaking 1. The show would have got a freaking 1, in my opinion, if halfway through the final segment, they wouldn't have brought the team out. Because if it would have been scheduled as Cena versus Team Authority, I would have given it a freaking 1. Because I ain't got time for that. But since it does, I give it a 3.5.
All right, and finally, we're going to go to James and get his overall score and his picks for best and worst match or segment of Monday Night Raw this week. James?
3.5 out of 5. The best match has to be as I said, the Ryback Cesaro match. As you know, Cesaro can make anybody look good, even Ryback. The worst match, I'm going to give a tie between Heath Slater and Rusev and Adam Rose and Tyson Kidd. Those poor bastards.
Hey, that's gimmick infringement.
I kind of see Eric Rowan and Luke Harper feuding with each other, but I think both of them will eliminate each other. That's what I'm thinking.
Very interesting. Very interesting. But what we want to know now from you guys out there, the viewers and subscribers, your thoughts on Monday Night Raw this week. What are your overall scores? What are your picks for best and worst match or segment of Monday Night Raw this week? What are your reactions to Luke Harper becoming the new Intercontinental Champion? Your reactions to Eric Rowan joining Team Cena for Survivor Series? We're not even going to consider Ryback right now because, like I said, we halfway expected Ryback to join. That was expected. That happened. But the bigger shocker and the bigger twist probably nobody saw coming was Eric Rowan joining. So I definitely want to know what you guys have to say about that. Be sure you put your comments in the comment section below. Don't forget to like and favorite this video. Lance, what can fans expect to see when they come visit your channel over on youtube.com/LanceMossTV?
Album reviews, NASCAR discussion videos, redneck woman cooking videos, musical equipment reviews, and a bunch of rants whenever I feel like putting one up. And if you hadn't subscribed, why hadn't you?
And guys and gals, currently he is constructing an idol of the Grumpy Cat in the Houdat Temple next to the one of the hamburger and the homeless guy. It's James from the Big Easy. James, you got anything coming up?
I will hurt you. Right now, I'm just waiting for later to get the WWE 2K15 edition for the PS4. Yes, this is a PS4 remote, ladies and gentlemen. And you will find the stream in the link below, twitch.tv/fatboy504. And I'm about to post a news article on the Facebook page of WGS-TV.
Interesting. And guys and gals, don't forget to like the Facebook page, facebook.com/WGS-TV. And don't forget to please subscribe to youtube.com/WrestleGamer and youtube.com/ZFXTV Network if you haven't already. So for the incomparable Lance Moss and Lance Moss TV, Big Easy, I'm the WrestleGamer, Dovey Billy Boudreaux saying, don't be grumpy, grumpy cat.
But what happens if you want to be grumpy?